Just now, actually, in the sports, but before that...
we have to take a quick ad break, and Paul will have your sports. Stay with us. As democracy matures, we get into discussing very, very sensitive issues.
I think that there's a lot of people that are applauding it. I'm sure it's going to be appealed.
It is the beginning of a long journey of South Africa fighting racism.
That sticky label of being a white party, so to speak, doesn't seem to want to go away.
So the competition actually helps, and it brings out winning in total.
Stay tuned to Media Monitor every Sunday from 9 a.m.
A very good afternoon to you. Taking a look at what's happening in the world of sport with football. Banyana Banyana coach Desiree Ellis is optimistic of an improved performance from her charges against Lesotho in the first leg final round qualifier of the African Women's Cup of Nations on Wednesday. The two nations' last encounter was in the Cosafa Women's Championship in Zimbabwe last year. Although Banyana Banyana were 3-0 victors in that match, it was an unconvincing performance from the South Africans, finding it difficult to break down their opponents.
The neighbours are once again in a crucial battle. This time it's the two-legged tie that will determine qualification to the African Women's Cup of Nations later this year. It's a tournament that will also double up as a World Cup qualifier. When the two countries met in the Cosafa Women's Championship in Zimbabwe in September of 2017, Banyana Banyana had last played in January of that year. This year, Banyana Banyana have a few matches under their belt.
When we look back at the footage, we played the first couple of minutes or the first 10-15 minutes, and we showed them, this is not the quality that we can show. We cannot do that again, because it's a game of lost here, and we do not want to underestimate any opponent. But we will be ready, and we showed them the chances we created, and some of them couldn't believe the misses. But like I said, we're working on that, and we will be ready.
Ellis has introduced a few young players to the squad. She has also recalled some of the experienced campaigners, which brings about tough competition amongst players and a good headache for the selectors.
It gives us an opportunity also to broaden the pool, which is also great for us. Bringing in younger players, also giving them an opportunity, and sort of refreshing the squad, and making players realize that the team belongs to everyone. And if players raise their hand, we're giving them more opportunity, and that is what it's about.
Lesotho won both matches in the first round of their qualifiers against Swaziland. Based on that outcome, Ellis has emphasized to her players that there is no room to underestimate the opponents. Lebantube, SABC News, Maseru, Lesotho.
Staying with football news, Moscow residents were offered the opportunity to have a close look at the FIFA World Cup trophy in the capital's famous Gorky Park just a week before the soccer's greatest showpiece gets underway in Russia. Meanwhile, accommodation remains an issue for visitors to the country, although hostel owners have assured last-minute bookers that they will also find a place to stay.